Charles Garcia spoke to him before the game. Very respectful gentleman. Bell kicks out. Davis for another three. Back, two back, 3-pointers.
In Wednesday ABL action, it's the Kuala Lumpur Dragons that extended the misery of the Taipei Fubon Braves. We break down the big win at the Maba Stadium on this latest episode of ABL Recap.
Subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified of the latest videos of the ABL. Follow all of our social media accounts and visit our website for more updates.
Once again, welcome everyone to a brand new week and a brand new episode of ABL Recap. He's Carlo Pamintuan, my name is Chuck Araneta, and what a way to start this week, Carlo. A huge win for the Kuala Lumpur Dragons. They win by a whopping 32 points, 92-60 over the Taipei Fubon Braves. I'm not really sure what was the most impressive part of this victory for the Dragons, but let's start first with the side of the Braves. It's their third straight loss already, and for a team that a lot of people had expected them to be at the top of the standings, and give them credit, they still are there. This has been a tough sort of stretch right now for this really powerhouse team.
Their problems are being on the road. It has not been kind to them. They are 3-5 in terms of their win-loss tally when they go on the road. They're solid at home, but they will have to figure out how to be more consistent when they are traveling. In this contest, they were really hampered by the foul situation of Charles Garcia. We all know how consistent he is, how important Chuck is to the squad because he is their defensive anchor. I mean, Maxi Esho is also a player who has a lot of height, who can play the power forward position, but it is Chuck Garcia who is their muscle. And without him on the floor, Will Artino will dominate any defender that Taipei Fubon Braves will send his way.
Chuck Garcia came into the game averaging 20 points and 9 boards. He finished with 5 and did not make a single field goal in the ball game, and also only had 4 assists. So yeah, to your point, there was a huge disparity when you talk about the points in the paint. 46 points in the paint compared to only 24 for the Taipei Fubon Braves. And
even second chance points was heavily in favor of the Kuala Lumpur Dragons. They simply outworked the Braves in this contest because everything that needed to happen for Kuala Lumpur happened in the first half. After that, they did not have to do a lot. They played their locals a lot of minutes because it was already a comfortable margin for the Kuala Lumpur Dragons. They knew that there was no way that the Braves could get back from a disadvantage that huge. And you know what, for KL, I think this is the ultimate sign that they've already turned the page. They're done with losing in the ASEAN Basketball League, missed the playoffs in a couple of seasons, and now if you look at it, in their last 2 wins, they took down 2 of the top 4 teams in the league, and they did it by blowout fashion. San Miguel Ala Pilipinas first, they lost to the Saigon Heat in a trap game, and then Taipei Fubon Braves. So this shows you that this is a different mentality for the Dragons for this particular season. And we have to give credit to Coach Jamie Perlman because his system is just, maximizing the individual talents of all of his players.
The years after the championship run of the Dragons, those are the years when, you look at this Malaysian squad and you could really say that they relied so heavily on their imports.
Yep.
It hasn't been the case this year because guys like Tin Chung Hong, even Kwek Tien Yuan, they've all had their moments in really knocking down big shots.
Yep.
In fact, in this ball game, they shot 12 of 28 from beyond the arc, good for 40% from the three-point line, and that's not all on guys like Artino and Amir Bell. And I like what you said about them turning the page because I think for a lot of people who've grown up watching the ABL, this is the 10th year of the league. KL Dragons are one of the OG teams. And this is a team that's won championship, I think, 5 years ago. And it's good to see this team with such a proud heritage in the ABL really stamping their class and saying, it's time for us to get back into the playoffs and make some noise.
It's back to the old Dragon pride that we saw when they took down the Singapore Slingers in 5 games. It was in what was an epic final series. And to your point, Chuck, about the 3-point shooting, I think this is a tough matchup for the Taipei Fubon Braves because they struggle when they allow their opponents to heat up from downtown. They allowed 18 3-point shots against Hong Kong Eastern. They allowed 11 against the Singapore Slingers, who are not really known for their 3-point shooting, and now they allow double-digit 3-point conversions once again for the Kuala Lumpur Dragons. And it seems like they did not learn their lesson from how the Kuala Lumpur Dragons defeated Alab in their particular contest,
Right.
because they opened that match with 3 straight triples, which allowed them to really get into their groove. Coach Jamie Perlman has employed an offense that, features a lot of movement, a lot of motion, and when the 3-point shots fall for the Dragons, they are a team who could not just beat but blow out any other team in the ABL. And another fact is that you know what you will get from Willardino.
Yeah.
You'll get a double-double from Willardino. Not in this game, but he had his numbers. Did not have to get a double-double because he
cruising.
did not have
Yeah.
to play a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
From Amir Bell, you will get at least 17 points per game, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. When it's a good game, it'll be a triple-double for him. So the X factor really for the KL Dragons for me is the shooting of Cade Davis. And when he sank 5 triples in this ball game, that was a good night for the Taipei Football Bears.
There's really a lot of shades of a guy like Matthew Wright when you see, Cade Davis curling off
Sure.
screens, off ball, and getting those shots to fall. And maybe that's exactly what the Dragons needed in this season. So that's a loss for the Taipei Fubon Braves. That's their 3rd straight. And just very quickly before we go to the end of this episode, blip on the radar or something that fans of the Braves should be worried about long term?
They are a really good team, a very well-coached team, so you do not have to be too worried about the Taipei Fubon Braves. It is, a tough 3-game losing skid, but they will figure it out at some point.
All right, so that's going to do it for this Wednesday recap. We turn to Friday, where it's a Valentine's Day episode of European Basketball League. Spend it with us. It is a Straits Cup showdown as the Singapore Slingers will take on the KL Dragons. Let's see which team will be able to get the win there. That is going to be on 8 p.m. And if you have no date, just hang out with us. We will be there for you on Feb 14.
Have no dates.
When's the last time we've had one? That's going to do it for this one. He's Carlo Pamintuan once again. My name is Chuck Araneta. And don't forget to follow ABL on all your favorite social media accounts. We will be there and we will make sure that we've got the best highlights and recaps for you. Till the next time, this is your ABL Recap.